So in the last class, I have discussed the heap sort. Okay, how to build mean heap, how to insert the element in the mean heap, max heap, or how can delete the element from the max heap or mean heap. What is the mean heap? Anyone can tell me what is mean heap? Anyone can tell? If root is minimum compared than all the children, it is called mean heap. What is max heap? If root is maximum compared than all the children, it is called max heap. But the very first condition is it should be complete binary tree. Okay. So what the complete binary tree? Without the completing left, I cannot go to the right, and without the completing current level, I cannot go to the next level. It is called complete binary tree. Is it fine? So now I have to apply heap sort on this array. Okay, so suppose in my array I have the 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. Okay, it's the array index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. So first from this element the first step is I have to build min heap or max heap. Okay, suppose I am the building max heap. In the max heap, first of all, simply I will insert the element into the tree. 7, then left is 60, 50, then 40, 30, 20 and 10. Simply I will insert. Then I will check. Okay. So first of all, from the given array, I will insert the element in the tree, and then I will make a tree. I will draw a tree. 7, left side 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. Then I will check the max heap condition. So from bottom to top, I will go. So 40, 30, 60. Is it fine? Yes. Then the next is first is 20, 10 and then 50. 50 is also greater compared to children. So it is fine. Now I will go to the top. 60, 50, 70. Is it fine? So it is already in the max heap. Correct? No change required because it is already in the max heap. So the second statement is delete element one by one, and I will store the element from the right hand side in the array. So delete element one by one. So I will delete first is 70. Deletion always comes from the root node. Then in the place of root node I will replace the last node. Is it fine? In the place of root node I will replace the last node. So first of all I will delete the 70 and store this element in the array from right hand side. Okay, so you can get this. Suppose 70 I will delete, then last element I will replace. So 10 I will replace here. Okay, and the 70 element will store from the right side. So 70 will come here in the right side. Okay, then 10 will go here. Then I will apply the build max heap algorithm. Okay, so you have to see that 40, 40, 30, 60. Is it fine? And the 20, 50 is it also fine, but here 60, 50 and 10. Okay, so 60 is maximum. Okay, so I will replace the 60 and 10. I will swap the 60 and 10 element. Okay, so now 10 will come here in the place of 60 and the 60 will go here in the place of 10. So 60 will come here, 10 will come here. Then again I will check 40, 30 and the 10. So 10 will come here, 40 will go here. Okay, so I will make a max heap. Fine. So now whenever I will get the max heap, so I will apply again algorithm, delete element one by one and store from right hand side in array. Okay, so now in this case I will delete the 60. 60 I will delete and store element in the right hand side. So 60 I will store here. 60 I will store here. Okay, in the array from the right hand side. So 60 I will store here. Then the 20 will go in the place of 60. Okay, are you getting? Are you getting? And the 20 will go. Then again I will apply the build max heap algorithm. Correct. Then I will delete element 50 will delete then 50. So and so on like that. In the last you will get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 in the array. So array is sorted. Okay. So you can see that if suppose I will build max heap, if suppose I will build max heap, so in this case I will get the I will get the array in the ascending order 10, 50, 60 because in the max heap the maximum element will keep in the root. So the 70 I want to delete and the 70 will show and the 70 will show from the right hand side, then 60, then 50. So if I will build max heap, so in this case I will get the ascending order of the sorting. If I will build min heap means minimum element will keep here in the root. So minimum element will go on the right side. So I will go, so I will get descending order in this case. Descending order means higher than lower, lower, lower. Okay. So in the max heap I will get ascending order. In the min heap I will get descending order. Remember these 2 points, these 2 nodes. So now I have to find the complexity. I have told you build min heap or max heap will take order of n time. Sorry, it is order of n time, not one time. It is order of n time. Build min heap because I have to traverse all the node from the top and the bottom. I have to traverse all the node. I have to scan all the nodes. So if suppose n element are there in my array, so I have to traverse all the nodes. So it will take order of n time. Build min heap. So now delete. I told you in the best case delete will take order of one time, but in the worst case and average case, deletion will take order of log n time. So I will consider the worst case, order of log n time. Delete element one by one. One by one means all the elements. So order of n will take. Okay. So one by one into delete. That means n into log n. So in the second step, I will get the n into log n. And the first step, I will get the order of n. So n plus log n. N plus n log n. What is the complexity? N log n. So in all case, best case, worst case, average case, the complexity is order of n log n in the heap sort. Okay. Why? Because build min heap or max heap will take order of n time and deletion will take order of log n time. And I want to delete one by one element. One by one means if n element, then it will take order of n time. So n into log n. Okay. So n into log n plus n time. Okay. So it will take order of n log n time. So heap sort will take n log n in all case, best case, worst case, and average case. Okay. Is it clear? Heap sort code you will see the from the net. Okay. You will implement in the lab heap sort algorithm. Explain concept and the algorithm I have discussed. So in the lab, in the coming lab, you have to implement the heap sort. Okay. You will see that how it is working. Fine. Now I will discuss the very important topic, that is the quick sort. So you can see that node 1 and node 2 I have discussed. Using max heap you will get the ascending order. Using min heap you will get the descending order. Is it clear? Tell me. Fine. Is clear? So now I am going to discuss Quicksort. Quicksort is an application of divide and conquer. So what is divide and the conquer? Can anyone tell me what is divide and the conquer? Actually, quicksort, merge sort, binary search, insertion sort, bubble sort, all the application comes under divide and conquer. So first I will divide, then the conquer means first of all suppose I have the matlab p the problems. Okay, so in the divide steps, first of all I will divide the problems into the small problems. Suppose s1, s2, s3 like that. So in the conquer step, recursively I will solve the each subpart. Suppose s1, s2, s3, I will solve that. So the third step is combine. Combine means whenever I will get the solutions of all the subparts, then I will combine the solution so that I will get the solutions of the original problem. It is called divide and conquer. So suppose in the quick sort, you have to given array is 10, 40, 50, 30, 60, 70, 80. Okay, and p is the lower index, r is the upper index. Just you have to see that. Then I will explain the algorithm and I will take example so that you will get the idea. So first of all, just now you have to see that. Suppose given array is array is 10, 40, 50, 30, 60, 70, 80. So P is the lower index, R is the upper index. Suppose Q is the middle element. Suppose Q is the middle element. That's the pivot. That is the pivot element. Later I will discuss how I will get the pivot element Q. Okay. As of now, just you have to see that P is the lower index, R is the upper index, and Q is the middle element. Okay. So APR. So in the divide step, partition APR, I will divide into the two subarray AP Q minus 1, that is Q. So I will apply Q here, Q minus 1. So I will divide the array APR into the two subarray. So AP Q minus 1 and A Q plus 1 R. That is the last. Okay, right hand side. Q left hand side A P Q minus 1, Q right hand side A Q plus 1 R, such that each element of A P Q minus 1, जो यहाँ पे हम जो है ना हमारे यहाँ पे एलिमेंट हो गए लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, वो सारे एलिमेंट इससे मतलब लेस देन और इक्वल टू होंगे. ठीक है. सो ईच एलिमेंट ऑफ ए पी क्यू माइनस 1 लेस देन इक्वल टू ए क्यू प्लस 1 एंड आर. तो जो यहाँ पे एलिमेंट होंगे वो सारे एलिमेंट इससे हमारे स्मॉल होंगे. ठीक है, वो मैं बताऊंगा आगे. सो सपोज क्यू इज द पार्सनिंग पार्ट, क्यू इज द मिडल पार्ट, दैट इज द pivot element. Okay, later I will tell how can you find the pivot element. Just as of now, just you have to see that APR is P is a lower index, R is the upper index of the array. So in the divide step, APR I will divide them into the two sub array AP Q minus 1 and AQ plus 1 R, such that each element of this thing is less than equal to this. Okay, so in the concurrent step, same, sort the subarray AP Q minus 1 and AQ plus 1 R by the recursive calls to quick sort. Okay, so in this step I will solve the subarray. I will sort the subarray by the recursive call to the quick sort. Clear? You can open the page number 2. In the combining step, now combine APQ minus 1 and AQ plus 1 R so that we will get the sorted array. In the combining step, whenever I will get the solutions of the AP minus 1 and AQ plus 1 R in the left hand side and the right hand side array, whenever I will get the sorted array. So in the combining step, I will combine the array and I will get the original sorted array. Okay, so it is the algorithm like that. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Tell me.
Yes.
Okay. So in the algorithm, suppose quick sort is APR. Okay. A is array, P is lower index, R is upper index. So if P less than R, means if lower index less than R, P is 1, R is 8 in the above array. So condition is true. So Q is equal to partition APR. Okay. Partition means middle element. So Q is equal to, suppose I am taking Q. So Q is equal to partition APR. Okay. So now then I will apply the quick sort in the left hand side and in the right hand side. So the quick sort is AP Q minus 1 and the quick sort is A Q plus 1 R. Okay. So the whenever I will get the Q means partition of APR, then I will apply the quick sort in the left hand side and in the right hand side. Okay, later I will explain this recurrence relation. As of now, just you have to see that quick sort APR, P means lower index, R is upper index. If the condition is true, then Q is get partition of APR. Okay, then the quick sort you have to apply in the left hand side and in the right hand side. Are you getting? So now you have to see the how can we find the partition. Okay, what is the algorithm? How can we find the partition of the array quick sort? Okay, so now it is the partition algorithm. Suppose APR, you have to see that APR same x is equal to AP. I will tell later. X is equal to A of P, I is equal to P, 4 is equal to 4, J is equal to P plus 1, J less than equal to R, and J plus plus. If the condition is true, if J less than is equal to R condition is true, then it will come to the for loop for body part. Then if A of J less than is equal to X, if the condition is true, then it will come in the if part. So I is equal to I plus 1 and swap A of I is A of I, A of J. Okay. So now swap A of P, A of I, return I. Now I will take an example so that you will get the idea. Just algorithm you have to implement. Correct. Suppose in my array I will take array is A, what is 7, 5, 3, 4, 9, 8, 6 and 10. 6 and 10. Is it clear? Now in my array 7, 5, 3, 4, 9, 8, 6, 10. These are the array elements. So I have to apply partition algorithm in this array so that I will get the partition of array. Okay. So now you have to see the algorithm. The first step is x equal to A of P. Is it clear? The first step is x of A of P. And you can say that it is P is the lower index. Suppose it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. It is 0, 1, 2, or P, you can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it is the array index. So P is, so first P is 1 lower index and R is upper index, that is 8. R is upper index, that is 8. Okay, so now you have to apply the algorithm. X is equal to A of P. A of P. A of P is A of 1. A of 1 is, what is the value of that? 7. So X is 7. Correct. Now I is equal to P. I is equal to P. So I is equal to P is 1. That is 1. Correct. So now in the for loop, J is equal to P plus 1. P is 1 and so J is 2. Okay. Then J less than equal to R. So J less than equal to R. R is, that is 8. Condition is true. So it will come to the inside. Then if loop will be executed. So if A of J, so A of 2 less than is equal to X. Okay. So what is A of 2? If A of 2 is 5 less than is equal to 8, less than is equal to X. X is 7. Okay. Condition is true. Condition is true. Are you getting? Condition is true. So then if the condition is true, then I will increment I is equal to I plus 1. So now I is 2 and I will swap A of I, A of J. A of I is A of 2, A of 2, A of I and A of 2, A of J. J is also 2. Okay. A of 2, F2 means A1, A2 means 5. I will swap 5. So doesn't matter. Doesn't change. Okay. It will come same na. If I will swap 5 to 5, it will same. Doesn't affect. So the condition is true. Then I will go to the for increment part. So now J is equal to, J has become 3. Okay. So 3 less than is equal to 8. Condition is true. Condition is true. then if a of 3 less than equal to x, x is 7. So what is a of 3? A of 3, that is 3 less than equal to 7. Condition is true. Then I will come to the if part. If a of j yeah na, if part, if the condition is true, because a of 3 less than is equal to 7, condition is true, then I will increment I is equal to I plus 1, that is 3, and swap a of I is, that is 3, and a of j is also 3. So doesn't change, it will same, because swap a of 3 at the value of a of 3, that is 3, so 3 will come same. Okay, so in the next step, j is equal to 4 and 4 less than is equal to 8, 4 less than is equal to 8. Then I will check the if a of j is a of 4, a of 4 is if 4 less than is equal to 7, condition is true, still true, 4 less than 7, then I will increment I is equal to, now I is 4, so a is 4, and then swap a of I, a of j, a of I, a of j. So a of I is a of 4, and a of 4, both are same, so it will not give any effect, because a of 4 is 4, swap 4, it will same. So in the next iteration, for loop, so j is equal to, now j has become 5, now 5 less than is equal to 8, condition is true, now j has become 5, and 5 less than is equal to 8, condition is true, if a of j, a of 5, what is the value of a of 5? That is 9, 9 less than is equal to x, x is 7, so the condition is false. Then the condition is false, so now I will not increment the value of I. Okay, then I will come in the this part. Once again, so directly I will come here, a of p, a of j. So if the condition is false, then j again increment, j is equal to 6, and the condition is 6 less than is equal to 8, condition is true. So if a of j is a of 6, a of 6 is, what the value of a of 6? That is 8. If 8 less than is equal to 7, x, condition is false. Then again I will go to the j increment part. Now j is 7, so now 7 less than is equal to 8, condition is true. Then I will come in the if part. If a of j, a of 7, a of 7 is 6, so 6 less than is equal to x, x is 7, condition is true, then I will increment the value of I. Now I has become 5, increment the 5, and then I will swap a of I, a of j, means a of 5 and a of j is 7. Okay, so now swap a of 5 is, what is the value of a of 5? That is 9, and a of 7, that is 6. Okay, so now I will swap 9 and 6. Okay, so in the array I will swap 9 and 6. So 6 will come here, 6 will come here, and 9 will go here in the array according to the algorithm. You have to see that. Okay, so j in increment again, j is equal to 8. Condition is 8 less than equal to 8. Condition is true. Then if a of j, a of 8 is 10, if 10 less than is equal to x, x is 7. Condition is false. Condition is false. Then I will go to the j is 9, j is again 9. So now the condition is false in the for loop. So now 9 less than is equal to 8. Condition is false. So now I will come here. You can see that now I will come in this part. If the condition is false in the for loop, then I will come out the for loop. So I will come here in the swap a of p, a of I, and the return I. So swap a of p, a of I. Okay. Then swap a of p, that is a of 1, and a of I is 5. I is 5. So swap where the value of a of I. Once again, I am coming. Yeah, sorry, I came now. So now the condition is false. Now AP and I have to swap. What the value of AP? That is 1. A of 1. A of 1 is 7. And A of P. A of P, that is A of 5. A of 5, that is now 6. Now 6. Okay. And return I. Return I. I is 5. Okay, so now 7 and 6 you have to swap. 6 and 7 you have to swap. Now 6 will come here and the 7 will come here and the return I. So now I am getting the array now. That is, you can see that 6, 5, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see that here. Now in the last, after applying partition algorithm, I am getting 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And return I is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means 7. 7, return 7. So that is why the pivot element, that is Q. That is Q. Okay, that is Q. So that is the pivot element. Now I am getting that the pivot element Q, and then A of P, Q minus 1, and the Q plus 1 and R. Okay, are you getting till now? Did you get this? Okay, so now the pivot element is 7. Fine. So what is the time? What is the recurrence relation? Can you tell me if T of n is equal to how much time will take in the partition? Actually, in the partition, every element in the array I have to scan. So it will take n time. Correct. It will take n time. You can see that here. So if p less than r, it's a only one time, so it will take constant time. Q partition APR. Partition means it will scan all the elements, so it will take order of n time. And the quick sort, just I will apply in the half, and I will apply in the half in the second half right hand side. So it is Tn by 2 and Tn by 2. So the total is 2Tn by 2 plus n. Recurrence relation. Tn is equal to 2Tn by 2 plus n. It is the recurrence relation in the worst case and average case. From here, I will apply the master theorem, so that I will get the complexity Tn is Tc is equal to n log n. Okay. From this, I will apply the master theorem, and then I will get the Tc is equal to n log n. Okay. Did you get this complexity? Best case, I will discuss later. Okay. So it's the same. Can you see that? Whenever I will get the partition of Q, that is pivot element. So it is the A P Q minus 1, and right hand side is the A Q plus 1 R. Okay. So partition of element will take order of n time. It will take Tn by 2 left hand side part, and the right hand side part also will take Tn by 2. So the total recurrence relation is 2Tn by 2 plus n. Then here I will apply the master theorem, so that you will get the n log n complexity in the best case and average case. So now I will discuss the best case. Okay, you can see that if suppose array is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So if the array is sorted, so the quick sort will give worst case. Why? Because if the array is sorted, quick sort will give worst case. Okay, so here you can apply the partition algorithm. Just you have to apply the partition algorithm. Whatever steps I told you, you have to apply that. Suppose x is 1, x is a of p, p is lower bound, r is upper bound. So x is a of p, that is a of 1, that is 1, and I is equal to p is 1. So now j is equal to p plus 1. So j is 2, 2 less than equal to 6. Condition is true. So if 2 less than 1, condition is false, because a of j less than equal to x. A of j is a of 2. A of 2 is, that is 2 less than equal to 1. Condition will be false every time. Then I will not go to the if part. Then again I will increment the j. J is 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay. So now 3 condition is still false, then 4 less than 6. If 4 less than 1, condition is false, then 5 less than 6. If 5 less than 1, condition is false, then 6 less than 6. Condition is true. Condition is true. If 6 less than 1, but the condition is false. Now j will go to the 7. 7 less than 6. Condition is false, then swap. Okay, it will come out the for loop. If the j is 7 less than 6, condition is false, it will come to the out the for loop. Then swap a of p, a of I. A of p is a of 1, a of I is 1. So swap 1 to 1, and the return I is 1. So 1 is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now the pivot element is 1. Okay, but in the left hand side 0 element, in the right hand side n minus 1 element. So in this case, recurrence relation is T of n is equal to n. N is how n? Partition algorithm. Okay, It's the complexity of partition algorithm. So T of n is equal to n. How can I write T of 0? Because in the left hand side of the pivot element there are 0 element. In the left hand side of the pivot element there are 0 elements. So T of 0 plus T of, in the right hand side of the pivot element, T of n minus 1 element. So n plus T n minus 1. So you can apply the substitution method I have discussed. So you will get the complexity T of C is equal to order of n square. Okay, you will get the T of C is equal to order of n square. So the quick sort in the best case and in the average case will give n log n complexity. But if array is sorted, okay, if array is sorted, so you will get the recurrence relation n plus T n minus 1. Then you have to apply the substitution method. So from here you will get that order of n square in the worst case if array is sorted, either in ascending order or either in descending order. If the array is sorted, you will get the order of n square in the quick sort. Is it clear to all? Is it clear? Tell me. Just you have to apply the partition algorithm step by step. Then you will also get. Okay. Tell me yes or no. Are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just you have to apply the partition algorithm, then you have to see that. So if array is not sorted, then in this case I will get that T of n is equal to n plus Tn by 2 plus Tn by 2, because whenever I will get the pivot element, so pivot element will come in the middle. So in the left hand side also Tn by 2, in the right hand side also Tn by 2. Okay, so I will get the n plus Tn by 2 plus Tn by 2, 2Tn by 2 plus n. Okay. So you will get that T of C is equal to n log n in the best case and in the average case. Fine. I think time is over, na?
Yes, sir.
12:15. Okay. So sorry, I will take the attendance.